Patreon members voted for us to do Lyon in the French league after their very poor performance this season.
Surprised with that.
Yeah, I mean, I seen it on some other video that it was like bad performers this year, and then when I've seen Lyon, I was like, really?
Yeah.
And the position that they're in, 8th, something like that, I think it was. That is very poor, because I've always considered Lyon to be probably the second best team in the French league recently after PSG. Of course, they had a dominant pull.
You're always looking for Lyon.
Yeah, they're always normally there. They're always normally there. They're not going to be there next year, though. But they obviously had a dominant spell when I was growing up into football. So French league, I just knew was dominated by Lyon before the PSG money.
Especially in the year 2000 onwards. I think they won the league 7 years in a row.
7 years in a row. Yeah, we can see it here. Ligue 1, Uber Eats. Yeah. They won it 7 years in a row from 2002 to 2008.
Gerard Houllier took over and he actually won the league in 2005 and 2006 with record points.
Yeah.
I think it was 84 points and 81 points, but it was also a record because it was the biggest space between first and second.
Wow.
And I think it was 17 points one year and 15 points the second year.
Well, in Football Manager, PSG usually beat that first year.
Yeah.
Because they have an unbelievable team. They just don't really perform like that in real life. But, Gerard Houllier went from obviously Liverpool to Lyon, had some success there, but that's a very dominant spell in football that they had. But they seem to have dropped off quite a bit recently. The last Coupe de France was 2012. So they are looking, really, at a long time without a trophy, and there is no European trophy there at all. Not even a Cup Winners' Cup or Europa League.
I think they've been in one semi-final and 2 quarter-finals from what I can remember.
Is that Champions League or Cup Winners' Cup?
Champions League, I think it was.
So although growing up, people my age probably consider Lyon to be arguably the second best French team in the in football, they don't really, other than those 7 leagues and a couple of cups, they don't really have a big stamp in football.
No.
So it's time for us to rebuild them, I think. Now we are using the updated database. However, all the transfers are done, but for some reason we're still in Europe. So what I think is the new way of doing it is they've got all the people that are promoted and everything, but they haven't got the cup people correct. So although they did finish in 8th, we will be playing Europa League football the first season. It's just something I couldn't change, unfortunately.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, ideal.
Especially if we win it.
Yeah, imagine that. So, okay, Lyon. Now, they're not known to have a lot of money at the start of the game. We did spend a little bit, but not a lot. So let's take a look then, because I did bring in one player, and it was a defender. So these are the signings that they have already made. The ones that I've done on the 5th are the players that they have already made in real life. One of them I thought was quite interesting, Jerome Boateng. Obviously been at Bayern Munich for a long period of time. He's at the end of his career now, 33 years of age, but he's still a very good player in this game, and we'll use him rightly so. We have loaned out Ryan Cherky for a loan fee. You were saying he looks like Davide from Love Island.
Take the beard off, yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't know because I don't watch it.
Yeah, of course, me neither. Just from when the missus has got it on, I've just gone, who's that?
Yeah.
Because I thought I was looking at a mirror. So we signed one player, Marin Progracic. We've got him from Wolfsburg. You're looking at him going, he looks like... A very good defender. He can also play at right back too, because he's got a good enough dribbling ability, so going forward, and he brings the ball out of defence. But I think defensively he's got the things that I want in a defender. The good pace to recover, especially if we play a high line. He's got good strength, good jumping reach, that bravery and aggression. That's what we like to see in a defender. And defensive attributes, 14 for heading, tackling, 13 for marking. It's not bad. He's only 23 as well.
Yeah, it's good.
And I think we did spend a little bit, £17 million, but in today's market, to get a first-team centre-back for 17 million is cheap. So I think that's a good signing. 18.25 in total there. We also have Romain Favre, who is kind of like a centre attacking midfielder. But I mean, Lyon, they've got some ballers in their team. So I don't think this guy's going to be getting first team football. Let's take a look at some of those ballers, because this is the reason why I was shocked they finished so far down in the league. Hasemawa, I mean, there's been links of him going to Arsenal, I think, for a long time. 23 years of age. He is an unbelievable attacking midfielder on this game. Really good player. Kind of the focal point of your attack if you are playing with a centre attacking midfielder or somebody from a centre attacking or centre midfield.
To keep him, I think.
I agree. But they also have Lucas Paqueta, who I used to love when he was at Milan. He only played there for 2 years, but the reason for it was in 2008 when Lyon were dominating. Kaká was my favourite player.
Yeah.
Brazilian centre attacking midfielder at AC Milan, Lucas Paqueta.
Yeah.
I had a Kaká shirt. Do you remember I had that Kaká shirt?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Champions League. I can't find it now. He was my favourite player. So he reminds me of him. That's why I like Lucas Paqueta. So two very similar players who an attack in front are fantastic. Konstantin Tolisso they've also got from Bayern Munich. Just seems to be like a club that these players go to after Bayern Munich. They go to Lyon. Kind of like Everton and Man United.
Yeah.
There was a stage, wasn't it, where players
it was,
just went from Man United to Everton all the time. Spared on by Phil Neville, I think. So Konstantin Tolisso is a good signing. He's only 27 years of age. I think he's a free transfer, in fact. And the main guy up front, Moussa Dembele, they've got now Lacazette.
Yeah.
Of course, so they've signed this summer from Arsenal. They've picked him up. But Moussa Dembele's the guy that I think will score the goals for us. I mean, I remember when he was at Fulham and he was banging in goals. Then he went to Celtic and played really, really well. Had a loan spell at Atletico Madrid and it didn't go too well for him. And things were like maybe his career's on the decline after a couple of really good seasons in France and then a really bad one there too. But his attributes are fantastic, and if you can get him going in the right system, I think he is going to be our best bet for some goals going forward, as well as, of course, Alexander Lacazette. So tactically then, with all of these pieces, fitting him in a puzzle is going to be difficult. Now, I have secured two positions in here because they are youngsters who, if I went and played and picked without restrictions, so it's the assistant manager's best 11, so when we're simulating what he would actually pick, these two would not be in the team, which is the reason why I've put them in there. Yeah. But this 4-3-1-2 with a shadow striker, my favourite role in there. Deep line playmaker on defence, Maxence Caqueret, 21 years of age. He has good fundamentals to begin with, and I know he has a very good potential on the game, as we can see a 5-star there. And I hope he can make it in that. It's just giving him the game time to get there. He's very much, like I say, I've got him as a deep line playmaker. He will drop deep. He's got good teamwork, good vision, good work rate. That's what we want him to do. The simple thing.
Yeah.
And Malo Gusto is a right back who burst onto the scene last season, and a lot of teams have been talking about him. I've even seen some Manchester United fan pages speaking about Malo Gusto as potentially a good go for. Yeah. And he only being 19 years well. He's 19 in real life, 18 on the game. Very good indeed. So I want him playing as much as possible this season and see what he can do. Whether we keep that going, well, it's all down to obviously next year. But yeah, a 4-3-1-2. Let's see how it's been doing. It's hit and miss. It is hit and miss. The first game of the season, I didn't expect this Buffal guy, Sofiane Buffal, who has been in the Premier League for Angers. I think it was Southampton. It was Southampton. So he's been at Angers through his youth academy, went to Southampton, is left there, went on a free transfer. He got a hat-trick against us. I mean, he's good, but he's not amazing. A 3-1 loss at home as well. Nantes, team you quite fond of.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, after you played there. We beat them 2-1. They scored in the 91st minute. Ludovic Vlas is a very good player on this game, potentially. A good option for us going forward. If we take a look at French attacking midfielders, would be a good option. Another 2-1 win against a team that I despise, Rennes. A couple of years ago, I did a youth to go. They were my rivals.
Were they? So
yeah, Rennes, they can go screw themselves. Hope they get relegated. 2-1 win against them was buzzing, but then this one is...
Look at that.
Yeah. Lionel Messi with 2 and director of football Kylian Mbappe with the 3rd.
We were out of it, weren't we?
Yeah. Well, we were 2-1 down.
2-1 down.
Yeah, we were 2-0 down after 7 minutes, but... I mean, it was at the Parc des Princes. We're not expected to win that game. It's going to be difficult. The Europa League, which we're not supposed to be in, but we're in it. We got Real Betis, Ferencváros, and Ludogorets in there. So, not bad.
We should go through.
We should go through that, definitely. Okay, so it's a bit hit and miss the start of the season, but I think we've brought in some good players, and with a few youngsters embedded in, maybe we can get something going.
I'll be disappointed if we finish lower than 8th.
Oh, God. I think I'll be sacked if we finish lower than 8th. Right, okay, let's simulate this first season. Okay, the first season, we're in 2nd place.
I'll settle for that. It's a long way behind, mind you, but I'll settle for that.
101 to 82, so we're 19 points behind. It's a big gap.
It's a good result, though, I think.
Oh, 100%. I think so, too. Now, we know with the French League, I think it's 2024, there's 4 teams that go down. Because of COVID, they had a weird thing where... I can't remember whether they go into more people or less teams. But in a way, it's so bizarre. I remember in the Saint Etienne one, it was all mixed up. But there's 2 that's relegated now, and then at one point it goes to 4.
All right.
And I can't remember. Not that we'll ever plan on being down the relegation zone, but I thought I'd just mention it anyway. But this is good for us, because what I thought was good about this season, 12 points clear of 3rd. That is massive, considering how good Monaco is.
The amount of goals that we did score as well.
Only 2 less than PSG,
Yeah.
but they only conceded 12.
Yeah, that's the difference.
That's
Isn't
the lowest I think I've seen in 38 games.
Yeah.
That's really, really low. I mean, they still lost 3. I mean, it was only 1-0s, 2-0s, and 2-1s, but still. Monaco twice, yeah.
Well done, Monaco.
Bogey team.
Yeah.
I do like Monaco.
Yeah, I must
I enjoyed that rebuild.
Yeah.
103 goals, like we mentioned, though. Very good. 7 against the current champions at the time, Lyon, because obviously they won the league instead of PSG. So yeah, that's not bad. Our end of the season, obviously, we guaranteed second place. We don't really have to worry about that.
No.
Well, that's not bad. Okay, what about other competitions, though? Because we've got the Coupe de France and we got Europa League football. Did we go any further in those competitions? Winners of the Europa League! First
Even though we shouldn't have been in there.
Even though we shouldn't have been in it, we've absolutely got ourselves. We would qualify for the Champions League anyway.
Yeah.
But we put a European trophy on our cabinet. People are going to be switching off. Oh, get out!
Yeah.
Alexander Lacazette scored a hat-trick, which is something I never thought I'd say in a rebuild.
No.
Victor Osimhen did score for them. A very good player on this game as well. I'd love myself a Victor Osimhen in any team, really. But Alexander Lacazette was the main man, putting 3 past. We did have 2 injuries as well from 2 players. It looks like the guy who came on to replace Paqueta also got injured, which is funny. But yeah, what a result that is.
I mean, it's a Brucey bonus, isn't it? We should have been in that competition. We've won it, so all right, we'll take that. But
yeah,
I think the biggest result is coming second in the league.
100%.
That's what we've done.
Champions League football next year. The money purposes, the attraction. The 10th round of Coupe de France against PSG, which is one of those.
You just got to hope that you keep away from them. I mean, did they go ahead and win that?
They went on, beat Monaco. They got their own back on Monaco in the final there. What I do notice down here is Moussa Dembele. 40 league goals in a season when there's Kylian Mbappe, Messi, Neymar. No, Moussa Dembele. I told you, he'd be the guy. 40 goals is an insane amount. And Hasamawa got 16 assists as well.
Yeah.
But we also got the 2 most yellow cards. But that's good. Never mind. Right, I want to see, Dad, our Europa League run, because that is quite outstanding for the first season to do that. So, as expected, we only lost 1 in the league, where we probably already won the league there. 2 results against Betis is big, because we know from doing a rebuild with them, they're a tricky team.
They are, yeah.
Very tricky team. The first game against Celtic of all teams, we lost 3-2, and their former player, Moussa Dembele, scores.
I mean, the goal that he scored in the 93rd minute is the goal that wins it for us, I reckon, because that just puts you right back into it, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely, yeah, because then we went on and beat them 3-1, which obviously we only beat them by 1 goal then, that goal being that goal in the first leg. West Ham across 2 results.
That is a hell of a result, especially being at...
I was going to say Upton Park there, London Stadium, yeah. But this one, 3-0 away loss, Jonas Wind. We also had a player sent off
as well.
Down to 10 men. Then we beat them 7-3.
That's an hammering, isn't it, really?
7-3 at home. You look like you're out.
Not usually a bad sign, are they?
No. I think we come up against some really good teams in Europe there, because like West Ham, they were definitely doing really well in Europe this season. Celtic, they're a new team in Europe, aren't they? It's a completely... I think both Scottish teams, fair play to them.
Yeah, done well this season.
As soon as you come up against them in Europe, you're like, oh, ideal, we got the Scottish. And then they give you a hell of a game. Yeah. And that proves that obviously Rangers reaching as far as they did in Europa League this season. Okay, that's not bad then. I'm very happy with that. Fantastic first season. Yeah. How many goals did Moussa Dembele score in total? 52 in roughly 51 games, with 3 coming off the bench. 12 assists as well. That's what I like about it. Because remember, a couple of rebuilds ago, we had one player who scored 50 but didn't actually assist anything. Yeah. Not Moussa Dembele. He gets assists too.
I mean, you look at the 3 top goal scorers, they look 52, 34 and 19. That's a hell of a lot of goals from 3 players, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then Hasamawa with the most assists. I mean, look at the assists. That's 6 players with over in double figures of assists. Sometimes we struggle to get 1. In assists. So that's absolutely fantastic. But what I do want to ask you, Dad, is how much are you looking forward to this season fantasy football on Spitch?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. I didn't do bad last season.
You did all right.
I beat you in the end, didn't I?
You did, yeah. You were second. I was rooting for you in the end. We had one guy up there.
I nearly caught him, didn't I?
Yeah, it was close.
Nearly caught him.
This season, obviously, is about to start, so it's a perfect time to sign up for Spitch. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. With the football season starting soon, I would like to invite you to my new fantasy league. And Spitch is where I enjoy this because they are the best in my opinion. Why? Because it's free and you can actually earn some money. Plus, you actually change your first 11 every single week. So there's no transfer limitations for you. By the end, midway through the season, you've run out of transfers. The point system on Spitch actually give points to players in many more ways than other fantasy league apps do, including tackles, interceptions, passes, and many more. So you're not just relying on goals goals and assists and clean sheets. It's very simple to join too. You use the link at the top of the description to register to Spitch, and the second link underneath is how you join my community league. And there's also a new season mode. And in this mode, if you play an entire season, your top 5 lineups count towards winning a huge prize. And again, you can enter this for free if you wish to. Now, you do have to be 18 years of age or over from the UK, Germany, or Austria, but it's very simple to join and we can have a lot of fun this season battling it out. So again, use the 2 links at the top of the description. The first one to register, the second one to join the community league, and let's all have fun this season on Spitch. Right, there we go. Make sure you sign up to Spitch this season and take us on in fantasy football. I genuinely I used to hate the fantasy football because I used to run out of transfers. Yeah. And I used to get bored of it then, but that's the best thing I think about Spitch. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's the fact that you've just got a brand new lineup each week.
I think the good thing about it is that you just go through the fixtures and you think, well, they'll score a lot of goals this week, and I just changes all my players into that then.
Yeah. We know his secrets. Yeah. We know his secrets, but there was like 90 people in that
Kane
league.
and Song, my 2 strikers every week.
Yeah. Well, there was like 90 people in that league last year, so if we can get like even more in there, it'll be so much fun. Maybe we'll do like a prize for a winner. I mean, you've got an Omega Luke t-shirt on right now. Maybe we'll do a prize for the winner. Right, anyway, let's get back to the rebuild and talk about some transfers we have brought in, because this first one I'm really excited about is Benoit Badiashile. I went for some French players here. Keeping with, of course, the French
good young
theme.
player as well.
Fantastic. He's one of the best wonder kids on the game, I think. 21 years of age. We're bringing in good defenders because I've seen how many we started to concede at the end of the season there. So, 12.25 million as well. It's cheap. He's young. He's already played the first 5 games. He's got 7.46 average rating. Very good. And we're weakening our rivals because he did play 36 games from last year. So we're taking away Monaco and trying to open the gap against them. Then another position we're struggling in is left back. We only had 1, which did actually shock me when I got to this season. I thought, how have we only cut with 1? So I bought Melvin Bard back to Lyon because we actually only sold him last year. Do you know, I signed him and then I thought, right, he's really good. And I thought I'd double check his attributes. And I seen club trained at Lyon. Thought, oh, good on, he's from us. And then I was like, oh, we sold him the year before. I didn't sell him. Obviously, it was an in transfer.
He wanted to come back.
Yeah. He's ringing me up like, the last manager sold me. So he'd come back. But he's already got 3 assists in 5 games from left back. Very impressive. I like it when a fullback gets involved in the attacking play. 7.52 average rating as well. Thank you very much. Melvin, which is one of my favourite names ever. Right, on the ins. Oh, we did actually have an out, by the way. Jerome Boateng, 33. I mentioned how he's quite old. He went back to Germany. 11 million I got for him. Deal. I can't believe it. I mean, he's getting worse and worse. Like, he can't even head a ball. Like, what kind of centre-back's only got 11 headed? I genuinely think my heading's better than that.
He was good, though, wasn't
he? He was good. And on his day, he was amazing, wasn't he? Because he was just so lightning quick. But we actually bought another Bayern Munich centre-back. This time, he's French and he's young. 20 years of age, Nianzou. Now, in Football Manager, and you guys will know this, there are 2 really good French centre-backs, and usually one of them turns out amazing. Yeah. One of them's Nianzou, one of them's Badiashile. So I thought I'd sign both. Yeah. So there we go. I'll sign both. And I thought at least one of them's going to be good for us. So here he is, Tanguy Nianzou. We did spend £14 million, but 30 million for 2. Potentially, both of them could be amazing. Yeah. Come through the PSG Youth Academy. So that's some really good signings, I think. That defensively we strengthened, because I don't think, like, we've seen how many goals we scored. We don't really need to touch going forward. Lacazette's still got legs, so we should be fine. So our tactic then, we're going to stick with how it is. However, I do want to play Badiashile as many games as possible. He is left-footed as well, which suits the fact that obviously he can play there now quite naturally. And Cacaret, again, he's got better and better. I mean, look how much he's changed now. Like, there's a lot more greens in there now. Yeah, definitely. So just keep playing and keep giving him game time. I think this tactic worked out quite well last season, and I'd like to see it again. So if I did set without restriction the best 11, this is what it would look like. They would still play Cacaret, but Nianzou would be out, but you can see Aouar and Tolisso in there. Paqueta in the shallow striker role. Dembele, Lacazette. We got Bard, Dubois, but obviously we've got the other right back we played last season.
Already, you can see why we scored so many goals.
Oh god, yeah, especially when you got Aouar as the attacking centre mid, because that role is just completely broken. Yeah. You create so many chances with a centre midfielder on attack. So yeah, I like it, and I like this structure. It's very rarely we play this formation, so I like that. So let's take a look at the schedule then. Now we have played PSG in the Trophy de Champions, and they nailed us 7-1. Kylian Mbappe scored 4. Messi even got 1, and Neymar actually got 2 as well, which is quite shocking. But I think this is quite an interesting result, because after extra time, Man City, who are the Champions League winners, beat us in the UEFA Super Cup. That's not a bad result, is it? I mean, we did equalise in the 91st minute.
Yeah.
Then we got one in the... We equalised again in the 114th. I know we didn't. They scored 2 through Vinicius Jr. Got 4.
Yeah.
That's cheating, isn't it? They sign Erling Haaland and then get Vinicius Jr. But that's fine. In the league, Strasbourg 4-1 victory there. Very good result there. Youth to Gold, the first ever team I did on Youth to Gold there, Strasbourg. Saint Etienne. Rivals.
Yeah.
Local rival Saint Etienne 2-0. Question, while we're talking about local rivals, what's their food like? People were letting us know about Gladbach, so now I want to know every single week.
Yeah.
What's Lyon like? Have you been to Lyon and Saint Etienne, and who has the better food? Do they sell snails? I want to know. I want to know what the French cuisine is like, because obviously French cuisine, that's supposed to be like some of the most tasteful food in the world. What's it like at a football ground? Can you still get a greasy burger, or is it something a little bit more fancy? I'm very curious.
Cornish pasty.
Do you have Cornish pasties at these grounds? Do you have like a big steak and ale pie? Something like that. I'm really curious. Auxerre, a 6-0 victory. I got a feeling they've just come up, so that's an easy win for us. Yeah. Brest, my favourite team in the French league.
Yeah.
Ryan Cherky actually scored. He's come back from his loan. And then we bloody lost to Rennes, a team I can't stand. But our Champions League group, our first season in the Champions League. Let's take a look at it. It's Chelsea, it's Sporting and Hertha Berlin.
That's an hard group.
Yeah, because they're two teams are kind of at the same level as us right now. And then Chelsea obviously slightly better.
You're fighting for second and third place, I think.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I'm quite surprised Hertha Berlin are there. They usually are pants in the first season, so interesting that they're there. I think they might be the whipping boys, and I think it's between us and Sporting. But I've been wrong in the past.
I'd like to think we get second, but I think if we get third, we've got a good chance of going all the way again.
Yes.
I think if we get second, we'll probably get hammered in the
in the first round, first round knockout. We'll probably draw somebody unbelievable like Man City or something like that. Right, okay then, let's simulate this second season. Right, we finished in third. Yeah, even though we stole Monacle's players, they finished above us.
We didn't score so many goals this time, did we?
That's the problem. We only scored 94, and we did actually concede more than Monaco. So, I mean, PSG are just getting better and better. They scored 118 this time. They still only lost, actually got the exact same points, but they lost to us 6-4 at home, so that's a big hammering. They drew to Nice and Rennes, so they did beat us at home. This is it. 4 have gone down this season.
All right.
So it's 2 last season, 4 this season.
One of them's my favourite team.
It's just weird, isn't it? It's just very weird.
Yeah, don't know why.
So I think the reason for it is that they're going down to 18 teams.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening. But there we go. Right, okay. Now Marseille dropped down quite a lot, down to 8th place, because they're obviously one of the big teams.
Yeah.
Which another team that people have been asking us to do recently. I want to see the goals though. Do we have? No. Kylian Mbappe, 36 goals. Moussa Dembélé, 31. Mbappe looks like he just had the best year ever. Oh, hello.
What's he doing there?
Harry Kane.
Hey, come on.
Oh, you'd be
I'm not happy with that.
Fuming, wouldn't you?
I'm not happy with that. Who's the manager? It in Poch, is it?
Oh my god, I bet it is. No, because this is the update. No, this is the update.
Oh, of course,
125 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's why then, isn't it?
Yeah. They've actually changed it. It's Gaultier.
Oh, right.
Because I think it's somebody else. I think it's Romain Favre to begin with. But is it still Conte who's got rid of him? Yeah, Conte was like, no, get out of my team. Fair enough. I mean, 125 million. If somebody offered Spurs right now 125, would you take it?
Yes.
Would you? For 125? I'm shocked at that.
Mate, it's silly money, isn't it? I mean, what's he there, 29?
Yeah.
It's silly money.
Yeah, but who in the world? Because this is the thing that I've got with Ronaldo if he leaves Man United. It might have already happened. Who's there to replace him?
I mean,
Who's on the market?
Me personally, I would struggle to say yes, but I just do think Spurs would take 125 million.
If I was Spurs fan and manager, I would say no.
Yeah.
For the simple reason, he's playing so well for Spurs.
Yeah.
Bringing somebody else in, we've seen the money that Chelsea and Man United spent on Lukaku, complete flop.
He would have gone to Man City last season for 120 million, and Man City coughed up the 120.
Yeah, the reason why we started rebuilding.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but because they'd only go to 100 million, Daniel Levy said no.
Yeah,
and that's why I reckon he would have took that for 125.
Yeah,
that's the price he wanted from him, isn't it?
Fair enough. Yeah. You are right.
Whether Harry Kane wanted to go to PSG, because I don't think that's better in himself.
No, not
Going
at
to
all.
Man City, I can see that.
Yeah, because
Barcelona, Real Madrid, I can see that.
yeah, the only reason why he wanted to leave
it.
was trophies, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's right, yeah.
You go to PSG, yeah, you win a trophy, but at what cost? Like, you move away from London, whereas, like, you know, if he signs for Man City,
I mean, at the
Chelsea,
moment, it's
whatever.
Bayern Munich who's rumored sniffing around a minute.
Yeah, because they
That's
obviously
another
just
good
lost
league.
seven costs.
You know, I look at it as you've got the Premier League, the Liga, the German league, then the French league.
What, even above Italian? I'd say Italians.
It's,
I mean, here, look, this is the rating: competition, reputation.
Yeah.
Premier League. Like, that's how I would rate it.
Serie A is above
Yeah,
the,
especially with Portuguese after and Eredivisie, those two right after.
Yeah.
And even Austrian, like, yeah, I mean, you got the Turkish league is quite good as well, but that's how I
I just
would
don't
rate
think
it.
he would do well in the Italian league.
No,
They're too much
no.
of a defensive
Yeah.
league in it, and I don't think that would suit him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would go to that league.
Bundesliga, I would like to see Harry
Yeah,
Kane
I
in the
think he'd go there.
Bundesliga.
And I think he'd even enjoy it there because of the. I mean, we all talk about the fans, how the fans are at the German
They would take
leagues,
to him.
and
Yeah,
he
100%.
would love it there.
I mean, Heung-min Son was fantastic in the Bundesliga before he moved
Yeah.
to Spurs, so that would have been interesting. Okay, other competitions then. We have the Europa League last season. What have we done this season in Europe? Oh, we are one of the winners of the Coupe de France.
Ooh, well, I'll take
Let's
that then.
go. First round knockout. We went into Europa League. Then we're knocked out by Dynamo Kiev. Wow, that's a bad result. We won 2 against Hertha Berlin and Sporting away from home. Then we drew at home. That's cost us there. The home draw. Gotta win your home games.
Gotta win your own games. I always say it. don't I?
T-shirts are coming, I promise. Every week I say it, but they are coming. The Coupe de France, we are the winners though, so we're still getting trophies
Take that.
every single season.
Yeah.
We beat Montpellier in the final 2-1. Right, what I want to see is who knocked out
PSG.
you know who. Yeah, let's see. Where is PSG and where did they get knocked out? Because we knocked them out on penalties.
Yes,
Come on,
good.
let's go. So we had quite an easy run there. We faced some teams I don't think I've ever heard of. Then we faced PSG and we beat them on penalties before we went on to the final. That was the
They all
quarters.
scored except for Harry Kane.
They probably did. Okay, let's take a look at the goals then. 35 from Moussa Dembele, 29 from Lacazette, so almost 2 on 30 goals there.
Yeah.
And Hassan Mount with 12 with 18 assists. Very good season for him. I like this guy getting 11 and 3 from the bench pretty much.
Yeah.
Lucas Paqueta only getting 11 and 11. That's disappointing from him. Nianzu though, good signing, 7.31 average rating. That's very high. 7.17 for Badiashile, I think is a little bit disappointing there. Right. Let's go on forward to the third season. Okay, right. The third season, we had only made 1 transfer. We got a few players going out on loan like Ryan Cherky, giving him some more game time. Not a really amount of players coming in, or like transfer money coming in. So I spent it on 1 player. Again, he come from the Lyon Academy. Amin Ghouri. I love this player. I've signed him a few times.
Yeah. You're talking about the academy. In 2017, Lyon was named the 3rd top team in Europe for producing players that come from their academy that are actually featured in the top 5 leagues.
Oh, like across Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were only behind. Oh, can you pick 2 teams that they're behind?
Probably Barcelona, but I wouldn't know the other one.
Real Madrid.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So to do that, you know, Lyon, because everybody thinks Lyon is a small team, and they are probably a small team, but to produce that amount of players coming from the youth academy to feature in the top 5 leagues is very good, I think.
Yeah,
really.
absolutely. I mean, PSG aren't quite there yet with players coming through the academy. I know Monaco are really good with their academy graduates as well. I think PSG will be in the future because the amount of money and structure they've put in kind of 10 years ago, it takes a while to have that effect.
Well, Man City would be like that as well.
Exactly, yeah, because if you think about it then, Lyon dominant in the early 2000s to late 2000s or mid 2000s, 10 years later, all these players are coming through, because that's what happens, isn't it? Like Manchester United were exactly the same. They had a weird spell early 90s, and all of a sudden, late 90s, you're seeing all these players come through, the class of 92 and beyond.
Oh, what a squad that was then, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
through.
very unlikely to ever happen in Europe like that again, isn't it? Like, I mean, Barcelona are kind of against that because they do have a lot of players who come through and graduate. I mean, even this year, because of the rebuilds that they're having to do, although they're willing to just spend money anyway, aren't they? But a lot of players just come through anyway. But yeah, that to happen and to win the league is mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amin Ghouri, speaking of, he came through our youth academy. He spent 3 years at Nice. We have spent a lot of money compared to when we sold him, but when he's gone to Nice, he's done hell of a well.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I like him. I think attribute-wise, he's one of my favourite players on the game because he can play from the left and you think, oh, what a player.
Yeah.
Cutting in on his right foot, his stronger foot, really good. But then if you want to play him up front, what a player again. He has that fantastic off the ball, good pace, agility, balance, the composure alongside his attacking attributes. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
So, very good player to bring in. I'll give him the number 7 because I think, yes, he's like my Ronaldo. I like him. And we bring him in for £22 million. He is the one that we spend money on this season, even though we qualified for Champions League 2 years in a row. They're not giving us that much money. Tactically, then, we have changed. We've gone for something very different. So, the reason for it is now we have 3 good strikers.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a little bit weird, but what I'm thinking here is Kakarek goes there, where he was playing before. We've got a few players he can play there, but Hasamawa is kind of like our best player there, in my opinion. And then we have Lucas Paqueta, who is that attacking playmaker on support as well. The inverted wingbacks will help in these 2 positions here, but we do have 3 really good strikers, plus a couple of players who can play there. If we need them to, and that's the main thing. So that's what I like about, that's what I kind of created this for. So we'll see how it works, because
I think we'll be all right in the league.
Yeah, and maybe just in Europe we might get a bit overrun.
Yeah.
But let's take a look then schedule-wise and see how it's done.
There's a lot of reds.
A lot of reds. But friendlies, look, I thought it was going so well because we played it in the friendlies.
Yeah.
And we were battering. I mean, I beat Besiktas 10-2. And I thought, God, I'm definitely using this.
Yeah.
I thought we might stand a chance against PSG. Then we lost 3-2. That's the difficult result, though, because it's Trophy de Champions. But Fenerbahce in the Champions League qualifying stage, because obviously we only finished in 3rd. We were Miguel Crespo. Is that can't be Hernan's son? No, it definitely isn't. I was just in Crespo and I was like, hang on, I didn't know he has a son. Josh King, though, that's a weird transfer going to Fenerbahce in real life, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
They signed a few players that I thought, oh, that's a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
Then we lost to PSG 6-4 in the league. Thankfully, we went through the Champions League with a 3-1 away win to Fenerbahce.
93rd minute.
93rd minute equaliser, and then a goal in extra time from our substitute Dino. Then we lost to Strasbourg 3-0. We had a player sent off as well. Then we lost to Rangers. We mentioned how difficult that is. That Lacazette goal could have been crucial, though. A 1-1 draw to Bordeaux. Again, we still haven't won a league game yet. And then Rangers 3-0.
What are we doing, mate? What are we doing?
Winning our own games. But, I mean, our group is group of death.
Here we go. Here we go. Liverpool
and Real Madrid, the 2 finalists of this season. Potentially the 2 best teams on the game. And then Feyenoord, who are obviously quite difficult as well.
Yeah, we're going to struggle there, I think.
Very difficult. I think Europa League will be definitely a triumph there. But we need to win a league game, really, because if you take a look at the league, we're second from bottom with 1 point this season.
We could get sacked here, mate.
We could get sacked. I mean, if you take a look at Club Vision, they're still classing it as a B-, but I don't think they're taking in consideration how bad we're doing so far. You say about the youth academy, maintain the best youth system in the country is preferred importance. And they want to sign young players to develop. They want that youth
to be honest
going on.
Since we started doing all the signings, you have signed all young players in
and French too.
Yeah, and French as well. So we are building a good side for everybody to take over from us. So
yeah, because the reason why I signed a lot of French players, sign players based in France. And develop players using the club's youth system, which I find difficult to do because other than Ryan Cherky, there's not a lot coming through. We are, for you Patreon members, of course, Patreon members, patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming, you get to take on this save game file at the end of 5 years. There is a couple that have come through that I thought, that's not bad. I mean, he's playing in a weird position for his attributes. Probably better as a winger, as a 17-year-old, to train him on the wings. But he has a good potential on the game. So, obviously, we'll be setting you a task for the next 5 years. And there's been a few people who sent me across their save game files.
Oh, good.
So we could do a video based on what you guys are doing after. So if you want to see that, let us know down in the comments, as well as any other suggestions as well. We're looking for these stories that we can do, like Lyon finished in 8. That was a story to me, building them back. Okay, so this is a difficult start to the season. Let's see how we get on Simulator. Okay.
We pulled that back, mate, didn't we?
Yes.
We only just finished 3rd as well by a point.
Yeah, and we actually beat on the last day of the season.
And that cost us,
And that cost us that second position by 1 point. Still 20 points behind PSG, who only lost 1 game. They're getting harder to beat. Instead, they aren't scoring less. They scored 10 against us. They did score 6 at the start, though, didn't they?
Did,
but now it's gone down to 2, look, with a playoff.
Yeah.
I'm so confused with this league. It's so weird.
I wonder if that's the new.
But it is down to 18th.
Yeah.
It is down to 18th. So that's Bundesliga, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 get relegated, 1 playoff. That's how the Bundesliga do it. So yeah, we're just very lucky that we still have 3 teams qualifying for the Champions League. We're just going to have to do it through the progression, the playoffs, Well,
I'll take that for the bad start that we had.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, considering how many games we lost, was it 3 or 4 at the start of the season? We only lost 8 in total. So 22 wins. That's not bad.
No.
What about other competitions, though? How have we done? Semi-final of the Europa League by Leicester.
Hey, we don't want to stay in the
to
Europa
get
League,
there.
I think.
Yeah, to get to the
We
semi-final.
weren't going to beat Real Madrid or Liverpool, were we?
No,
So,
well, we finished on the same points as Real Madrid. Liverpool kind of walked the league with 13. They only drew 1 there, and they lost 1 game. Let's see if they can work out. They lost to us. Let's go.
Yeah.
I could just go on us, but yeah, we beat Liverpool and Real Madrid at home. But we drew to Feyenoord and lost to Feyenoord away.
Feyenoord cost us staying in the Championship.
Yeah, so if we won our home game against Feyenoord, we would go through and knock out Real Madrid.
There you go.
Gotta win your home games.
Yeah.
We were knocked out by the team we beat in the final last season, in the Coupe de France, 11th round. Europa League was eventually won by Lazio, who beat Leicester in that final. First round knockout stage, we faced Red Bull Salzburg across 2 legs. That's not bad. 4-3 there. That's always a difficult team to come up against. Then we defeated Atalanta. That's a good result.
Yeah.
They might have a couple of players that have been taken away from them since, but that's still a good result. And then in the quarterfinals, we defeated Ajax.
That's a better result.
7-5. 5-4 draw
Yeah.
in the second leg. Jesus.
What a game that would have been.
Exactly. Leicester beat us 4-1 on aggregate, unfortunately. And Lazio beat Arsenal. So, there we go. Squad-wise, then. Goals are less for Moussa Dembele, but they are still coming in from other sources.
How's he getting there, though?
But no, he's only 27. It's
right.
Lacazette who's the old one.
Oh,
but
yeah,
remember, we've gone to 3 up top.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why it's been spread out between 3 players a little bit more. Because Amin Gori, who comes in pretty much as that third striker, yes, he only got 17 goals. But he got 19 assists.
Yeah.
So you can't really say, oh, he's not pulling his weight. Because arguably, out of all of them, most goal contributions is probably, I mean, it is Moussa Dembele, but you think the amount of assists that Amin Gori's got, I'm happy with that.
Well, definitely, yeah.
In fact, to be honest, we're being a little bit harsh on Moussa Dembele. He only played 35 games, so he did pick up an injury.
Yeah.
And 35 with 38 in total after a couple of substitute appearances, 29 goals. Yeah, been a bit harsh on him. 21 assists as well from Hassam Aouar. What do you think we're struggling with here then, in league-wise? Obviously, we're not getting the money that PSG have every single season.
We're conceding too many goals.
Yeah.
We've got players that are going to score goals for us, but we're losing too many games.
Yeah.
You know, we're not far beyond scoring the goals. We've got the players to score the goals, and it's showing that in the Europe games as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
You've got to be very, very good at defence to go on in Europe and win something. So
We're in a lot of games where they're high-scoring games.
Yeah.
You know, we looked at that Ajax game, 5-4.
Yeah.
It's games like that where you think, oh, he scored 5 goals there, that's easy 3 points.
Well,
no, it's a draw.
PSG beat us 6-4.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season.
And you say you scored 4 goals against somebody
PSG,
and you still lose.
You expect to win, don't you?
Yeah. So we've only been given £40 million next season with not a lot of wage budget, so let's see what I can do with it in the 4th window. Okay, to start things off, we say goodbye to Alexander Lacazette. 33 now. I don't think his pace is quite there anymore, and he's not exactly the best striker that we've had. So
Not surprised. He's done well for us, I think.
absolutely. So he has now joined Anderlecht, £7.5 million. Of course, he is one of those players that was caught in the 2017 coming through Lyon, playing in the top 5 when he was at Arsenal. But yeah, we've done quite well with him, considering he come back to Arsenal free transfer after moving for like £46 million. Done very well for us. What a career he's had, Alexander Lacazette. However, we have replaced him with quite a few players, to be fair. This is our biggest summer yet, and it starts off with a PSG player, Vitinha.
We've signed him a few times.
Really good. Yeah, we have. Yeah. Portuguese midfielder, really good in a number of different positions. As a deep line playmaker or an attacking midfielder, good signing to bring in. But it did cost us 21 million, which is quite a lot of money.
Good midfield player, though.
Yeah. We did spend, though, another 13.25 million, and this is where I think we did exceptionally well. First off, I just want to say the reason why I signed Nico Serrano is I can't believe any player or any team would let Nico Serrano go for free.
Right, yeah.
Follows me on Instagram.
Look at the positions he plays in as well.
Really good.
Yeah.
What a lovely guy.
Yeah,
you should follow me on Instagram too. I post some really hilarious stuff on there. And that's why Nico Serrano follows me, and we have good conversation about, I can't believe he's like starting now.
He's a good lad, yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable seeing that he's like starting games against Barcelona. And I'm just like, hi mate. And he's like, loves your video. I'm like, oh my god. Amazing. Good old Nico Serrano. I signed him on a free transfer. Yunus Akgun from Galatasaray is a good attacking midfielder who plays on the wings predominantly. We don't have any wingers.
It's good that he goes either side as well.
Yeah. Is that a sign, Luke? You signed 2 wingers. Oh, we'll soon find out. I like his agility. 18 agility means he's quite pacey with that good dribbling and technique. He's good on the ball. I like that.
Yeah.
Now we spent a little bit of money. £7.75 million for Donyell Malen is an absolute steal because he's quick, he's pacey, he's not got the best mental attributes, but he can finish as well. Only 25, Dutch player. Yeah, he's been around the block. £7 million after they spent £16 million on him, and he got 3 goals in 15 appearances, but only 2 starts. So I think he's been hard done by. Yeah. We've played him in 2 games so far, but I think both been from the bench. Yeah, I'm interested to see what he can do. We've also loaned Jonathan Klaus from Lens. Because it's just a good backup right back, to be fair. I think he's quite good. 31 years of age. But this is the signing that I am really excited about. Because you're not going to recognise this name because he's a regen. And I've never even heard of the team he's from.
I was looking at it, I thought no.
From the Argentinian 2nd division, possibly. Mario Latorre. He's 20 years of age. He is phenomenal. It's unbelievable.
Technique 19, passing 16.
Yeah, the technical attributes on this guy is 16. Unbelievable. So he plays up front. How I found him, because people always ask, how do you find all these players? Attribute searching. I search for somebody who has 15 in acceleration, pace, off the ball, finishing. Those 4 attributes. That's how I found him.
Yeah.
And as soon as I seen him, I got a little bit excited. Yeah. Especially when I seen that he had a release clause in his contract for £5.5 million. He had already been banging in the goals.
Hit the ground running for us as well.
Yes, 2 goals and an assist and a man of the match in 1 game. Don't forget, Patreon members, you can take on this guy unless I sell him before, which would be hilarious, wouldn't it? So Mario Latorre, our Argentinian new striker, only 20 years of age. He does have weaknesses, like his anticipation and composure is only 12. But the rest of him is just so good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what we can do with Mario. We've moved from that attacking playmaker into an inside forward now on that right-hand side. I've just seen that there was a couple of wingers that we could potentially get, and I changed it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what it was like. So now we've also got fullbacks on attack as well, and the DM is now a DM on defense instead of whatever it was before, and that is no longer a centre midfielder on attack, it's a centre midfielder on support. So I have changed a few things around, especially the strikers as well, 2 advanced forward and a complete forward on support. So there's Latorre actually comes in as our best striker now, which is quite hilarious. Amingori's wanted by the way. I rejected a lot of offers from him, which is interesting. So Man United coming in there. How is it done so far? Well, first off, I'll show you pick without restriction what our assistant manager thinks. So he would put Dembele in there. Personally, I would probably put Latorre there because of how good he is at passing, but that's what our assistant manager would do anyway. Cacaret and Auer still in our midfield. Tolisso at right back, which is weird, but there we go. So, okay, schedule-wise then, how have we played so far this season? It's been better than what it was last season. Yeah. Yet again, we faced Rangers in the Champions League. We're lucky because they beat us 3-1 the second leg, but we had a 91st minute winner on aggregate. So, yeah, they took the game to us there.
Yeah.
Our first game loss as well to Lens. Annoying.
Yeah.
But after that, things looked a lot more green.
That's a good win.
Yeah. Bordeaux 4-1.
Yeah.
Of course, people have been saying about Bordeaux, they've been relegated twice.
Yeah. Because
of financial difficulties, and everybody's going, do a Bordeaux one. I'm like, we've already done one.
Yeah.
We did one just before they were relegated. Dynamo Kiev across both legs, 5-2 there, and a 2-0 at home. Marseille, a 1-0 away win. That's a good one.
Win, yeah.
And Metz as well, 2-1. So
Zanetti in the next game, then Juventus.
Juventus, Man City, and Red Bull Salzburg. Come on, Europa League.
Yep.
We're just at that point right now. I think any team that isn't PSG in France, Champions League is usually like a 6 to 7 year target.
Yeah.
I always think, because it just takes so long because there's just no money.
No.
Like as you've seen there, I had to scrap and find some absolute gems to make our team better.
2 free signings, didn't you? So.
Yeah, 2 free transfers and a £5 million wonder kid. So that's not bad. So competitions wise then, we are third currently. We are still trailing. PSG have won all 4 games. But yeah, this is where it's going to be a little bit tough. Okay, let's see how we do in this 4th season. On the 4th season, we win the league!
How the hell did we do that?
I don't know, I have no idea. I mean, to be fair, PSG dropped off massively.
Get in.
They lost so many games compared to what they did last season. They barely scored any goals. We just capitalised on it.
Yeah. Well, you got it, haven't you?
I mean, we did really well, but that still wouldn't have won the league like 3 times, like 2 out of the 3 times.
No.
87 points, 3 draws, 3 losses. That's all it was. We didn't even beat PSG. We drew and lost against them. But somehow they lost 5 games in total. Monaco doing us a business there, look.
Tell you what, they don't like playing Monaco, do they?
No, not at all. What a result that is. Definitely, a league win in our 4th season. Unbelievable. Really, really good. Really, really strong.
Yeah.
Let's take a look then. We didn't have a top scorer. Latorre, though, is there. 19 goals, but we got average ratings coming out of our ears.
Yeah.
Forgot to say, Ezekiel Barco joined us mid-season. He was out of contract in the December. It was a deal I got done at the start of last season. So as you can see here, 2024, he played for Atlanta. We signed him on a free transfer. He played 15 games and scored 13 goals. Very good attacking midfielder. I think we played him up front in that complete forward, to be fair. That's what it looks like the assistant manager has done, but it worked. We went on and won the bloody league. Unbelievable stuff. Right, can it get any better? We've ended PSG's reign of terror there 4 years in a row. We stopped them from the 5. Can we do any better than that?
Come on.
No. First round knockout by AC Milan in the Champions League. We qualified. Man City and Juve, we knocked out one of them. And the Coupe de France, we were knocked out by Lens.
So the Lens, they're called Racing Club de Lens, isn't it? We started off being called Racing Club.
It's a kind of a French thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Racing Club de Lyon.
Yeah. I think it's France and Spain that have a lot of... it comes from Argentina as well.
They were formed in 1899, but they were formed as like an amateur sort of side, and they there was 4 teams in Lyon, and they weren't sort of splitting down into one team. But it wasn't until 1950 that they actually formed one proper team for Lyon.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's when they become Olympic Lyon.
Yeah.
And changed the name to OL as the fans call them now.
I think France were quite behind in football. Do you think PSG wasn't like created into the 70s? So a lot of these teams come around a lot later than what the rest of Europe were, because we've done a lot of rebuilds where it's like, especially in England, it's like, oh yeah, they were formed in 18 and they were known as that team from that point. So they've been around for 125 years plus. But Lyon as an actual club, not so much. I mean, it does say here they were founded 1950.
Yeah, just 7.
So only 70-year history.
They actually started in 1896.
Yeah, as an amateur club,
as a Racing Club de Lyon.
Yeah, but that's quite interesting, isn't it? I like the stories like that when they have not a lot of history, because it's weird to me because I still see them as the best team in France because of my upbringing before PSG's money. It was always Lyon.
In the 2000s, it was always them.
Exactly.
Just win 7 leagues in a row.
Yeah, it's dominant, isn't it? Yeah. So and the clubs, the players that they had. Do you remember like Juninho, the guy who can hit a free kick from anywhere?
Well, that's what he was well known for, wasn't it? He scored so many goals, and the majority of them were all free kicks.
Yeah. He was one of the best free kick takers ever.
Yeah.
Who would you have down in the comments? Would you have Juninho, Beckham, Pirlo? There's always a conversation. If you got a free kick on the edge of the area, who would you want stepping over it? Who would you take?
You know my favourite. We've watched him in real life, and we've seen him score for England right in front of us to put us into a World Cup. Yeah, David Beckham. The Greece goal against David Beckham scored. That very famous free kick, we were in the ground, in behind the goal, weren't we? Well, the ball would have hit us in the face if it was no net on it. Yeah. It was that good. Yeah, unbelievable. The minute he hit it, we'd seen it was going in. And I remember, the best thing I remember about that is he took one about 5 minutes before, and he missed it. Yeah. And you, because I was only little, you said to me, don't worry, you'll get another one. And I just think back to now, I think you were going, oh my God, please get another one. And he did, and he scored. I think during the game, he had about 4 or 5 free kicks. He was the best player on the pitch by a mile. His first one, it was like, God, that was missed by a mile. Yeah. What are you doing? Got closer and closer, didn't it? Each one just got closer and closer, and you were just praying for one more free kick. Yeah. And it was about the last 5 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah. He buried it into the top corner. Unbelievable goal. David Beckham for me every day of the week. Exactly the same for me, unfortunately, for all you Lyon fans who will probably say Juninho, and I understand that. Of course you would, yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, back to this then. Unbelievable season, winning the league. We didn't get any cups, but we got the league done and dusted. Let's take a look at the goals. 28 of them were scored by Latorre. He's come in and he's took the reign of Golden Boot for the club. Amingori is up there as well with 23 and 16. Look at the assist he's got. It's 18 assists. He's got the highest assist this season. He's scored 28 goals. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. Mousse Dembele drops down to 22. He's kind of like, oh, all right, got a tail between his legs now. What's going on here? Who's this guy that's come in? Ezekiel Barco, that's an unbelievable return there, considering he's coming in January. Hit the ground running. Even Daniel Malin from the bench still getting 10. Really proud of him for that. And then, Younes, to be fair, 7 goals, 12 assists when he's only started 22.
Good signing.
You take that.
Great free transfer, that is. So, yeah, really fantastic stuff. The assist-wise, you can see there. Good season. One more to go. Let's see what we can do. Again, they did not give us a lot of money. We only spent £14.5 million there. I know. £2.7 million par exchange with another player for Jean-Kevin Duverne, who can play across the back three, which is the reason why I signed him. I don't think he's a bad of a player, to be fair. I think he's all right, but the coaches didn't rate him. The fans give me crap for actually signing him, but hey, you need to give us a little bit more money. Now, what I've done with it, I think is quite good. Alejandro Francis, you guys will probably sign him at some point this save. I can't believe he's still at Real Zaragoza, but he's a good right back / centre back, so you can fill in both positions. Good wonder kid. He's only 23 years of age now after 5 seasons, £13 million. Played a lot of football so far.
Scored for us already.
Very well for us. A goal and 2 assists. It seems like every signing we do, we go, oh my god, he's hit the ground running hell of a well. At the start of the season, they scored loads of goals as soon as we signed him, especially for defenders. Yeah. Paul Vasquez is another regen, and you probably won't see him playing this season, but Antonio Lopez, our goalkeeper, getting quite old now. I think he's 35. I think this could be a goalkeeper for you guys to take on going forward. And again, I found him through attribute searching of reflexes, handling, command of area above 13, I think it was. And he was really cheap. Only picked him up for £2 million. I knew we didn't have a lot of money. We could not do a lot about it. I think our backup goalkeeper has left, so we had to bring somebody in. He was the guy. So those are the signings that we have made. If you take a look here, we do have Pollersbeck still there, to be fair, for another couple of seasons. But yeah, Antonio Lopez is 34 now. Still a couple of years, for sure. Yeah. But eventually, you're not going to be able to get... He's all right, to be fair. I like him. Yeah. He's got a lot... Well, he got 14 caps for Portugal, but they've got an abundance of good goalkeepers at the minute, so it's understandable why he's not got any more. But okay, right. Tactically then. Not a lot of signings, so has things changed tactically? No, we won the league last year. Why would we change it like that? It's just Europe. It's just that.
I think we were a bit lucky that we won the league with PSG failing, really.
Yeah, they did fail. Well, we did get a lot of points.
You still got to win them. You still got to win it, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they give you the chance. You got to jump in.
Yeah. I mean, you said about defensively, we conceded too many goals. We almost changed like we'll just have to score more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we concede too many goals. We just have to score more then.
Kevin Keegan tactics.
Exactly. Best 11 if we had to pick it. This is what it looked like. Badiashile and Nianzou. Look how good Nianzou is now. Very good defender. But is he as good as Badiashile? No, Badiashile is the one that's turned out to be the better player.
Probably turn out better,
yeah, I think it's definitely Badiashile, who looks phenomenal on this game now. Caqueret and Aouar, they've been our midfield three for a while, midfield two for a while. They are really good together. Lucas Paqueta's actually missing out on games here because obviously our front three, and I've got a right midfielder now instead of the centre attacking midfielder. But I guess every single time one of the strikers isn't there, he fills in. So we've got him for that option anyway. And he can play on the right too, so or a centre midfield. He's one of those guys who will just fill in a gap, and that's maybe his problem. Yeah, fills in too many gaps that you end up putting him on the bench for whenever those gaps come about. Yeah. So Guri, Latour, and Dembele, what can you do for us this season? Well, schedule-wise, then it's been very good.
That's about the best start we've had.
4-1 against PSG, and the team that they got Ilyas Mariba, who's unbelievable.
What a result that is, though.
Yeah, huge. I mean, they got a new manager because obviously they didn't win the league. Harry Kane's their vice captain. Mariba's actually their key player as well. I bet they've been spending fortunes on players as well. Metz, a 2-0 victory against them. Latour got himself to Strasbourg 1-0. We seem to draw at Strasbourg quite a lot, to be fair. Lorient 3-1 win. Good result. Good. Nice 5-0. Our Champions League group is Real Madrid, Roma, Hoffenheim. We should go through. We should definitely go through. Is it still Jose? He is still there. Yeah. Oh my god, did you see that video of that guy who proposed in front of Jose?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. I bet you guys have seen it too. So, sorry to go off on a bit of a tangent, but a guy and his girlfriend at the time met Jose Mourinho. He shakes both their hands. Jose starts walking off and the guy's trying to claw him back. And it's really awkward because he's like, what? All of a sudden, Jose's still in the middle. He gets down on one knee and Jose's like, ugh. And he proposes to his girlfriend in front of Jose Mourinho. I think I even tweeted out saying how my dad would have got engaged in 2022. It was hilarious. It was so funny. He just didn't know what to do himself. He was like, oh, congratulations. But yeah, mental.
He was good. Don't do it. Yeah. Say no.
I'll marry you instead. But that was hilarious. I just triggered what happened then. That was really funny. Okay, so yeah, I definitely think we should be getting through that. Right, let's simulate this 5th and final season. And the final season, we win again.
Get in.
Come on, back to back. PSG dropped down to third.
62 points
They only just, in the last game of the season, got into Champions League. That's the worst I have ever seen them do, especially on this game. 89 points in total. Only lost one game. We lost one game.
PSG.
Rennes, I hate them so much. Hate them so much.
Oh, brilliant.
The worst thing is they're in Europa League. I bet they won the bloody cup as well. God's sake, I can't stand them. Look, their last end of the season as well. They drew 4.
They probably beat us in the final.
They did, look. Oh my God, unbelievable. Right, okay, that's so annoying. I hate them. League and cup. What happens? Also, the format's changed again.
Back to 3 relegating instead of 1 playoff.
It might. I don't know whether it's gone past the playoff and it's just considered that it's relegated.
Yeah.
I don't know. If not, then I have no idea what's going on. We did score 106 goals. I want to quickly see who's top scorer. Amingori, 26 in front of Harry Kane. Amingori, Awen Nianzu with the highest assists, highest average rating. Really good stuff. Okay, competitions. How have we done? Oh no.
Oh no.
Roma qualified. And we're knocked out by Club Brugge in Europa League. We were knocked out by Rennes. Atletico Madrid beat Monaco in the final of the Europa League, and bloody Rennes knocked us out of the cup. And did they go on and win it? Oh, get out. So, if anybody ever suggests, why don't you reboot Rennes? I'm going to tell you, no. With probably some stronger language.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, let's see the end of the season then. Who scored what? 29 goals for Amingori, 21 for Latorre. That's less. How do we win the league? This is unbelievable.
I've just seen that the season, how we played the whole season.
Yes.
We were top of the league nearly the whole of the season.
I can show that for sure. Past positions. There we go. Lyon. Oh my God, yeah. From the 4th game. So that was when we actually seen it. We never dropped off top. Complete dominating.
That's brilliant. Isn't it?
Really, really good. Oh my God, look at PSG. They had to climb. They had to get
They
there.
had an awful start of the season.
Yeah, they are really, really poor. Marseille as well. I hate, by the way, you cannot select more than one now, and I don't understand why. Since the new update, change it. FSI, change it back to what it was. It's absolutely crap now. But yeah, PSG, fair enough. And Lyon were there for a while. Weird. Monaco even down to 5th. Whoa.
That was a bad one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, okay, Dad. What is the target for the Patreon members? There's a lot of Patreon members now. Thank you very much. You helped me do this on a weekly basis for full time now. By the way, this centre back, he looks good.
Yeah.
He looks very good for 17. He's only 5'7", and he says centre back. Change his position. Make him a CDM or something.
He's tall.
That's tall for you. He still beat you in the air. Right, okay, Dad.
That was good in the air.
Yeah. What is the Patreon members challenge for the next 5 years?
Seeing we've just won the league twice, I like doing things in 3. So win the league again.
Yes.
All right, it's the 3rd time running. But let's win a European trophy.
Yeah.
I know we won one the first season, but we shouldn't have been in there.
So
we didn't qualify for that, really.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
take that one away. We didn't win a
Don't
European.
take that away.
No, take that one away. We didn't win anything in Europe.
Yeah.
So the challenge mainly from me is going to be win either the Europa League or the Champions League.
Yeah. Champions League, double points.
But you've got
You
to
get
win the
Europa League.
3rd season to win it 3 in a row.
Absolutely, that is your task
Yeah.
this season. I bet
Let
they
us know
give
you
you
get on. Let us know you get on.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you want to send us your save game files, please do, because then we can make a video out of it. I bet they give you loads of money. No, £21 million is all you got to work with.
Hey,
So
we've got
there
a
you
good team
go.
at the moment. We've got a good team.
Absolutely.
Good young team as well.
Young team too,
Yeah.
for sure. Right, make sure you smash that like button. Really do appreciate it. And of course, join Spitch. The link at the top of the description to sign up. And then you can join the Community League, which will be a link underneath. They got so much going on this season. Yeah, come take us on. It costs nothing to do, but you can win prize money. So there is that as well. So, and now you
I've
can
told
actually
you my
start.
secret as well.
Exactly. And you can actually start from the start of the season
Yeah.
now, so it can be a lot of fun throughout the whole year. I'm really looking forward to challenge everybody in Spitch and the community. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Monday for another episode. And make sure you sign up at patreon.com/Megaloop Gaming if you want that save game file to take on Dad's challenge or to vote for future Patreon teams. Bye-bye.